in most of your Instagram posts, you talk about being you and not let judgments of others change you, and the stereotype around mental illness and gender discrimination. I think like that's one of like the other posts on YouTube channel as well about judgments. So,
Yeah.
as louder as these thoughts are projected to the world, sometimes it's hard for us to change the stereotype that exists within a family. So, like, we're here sitting and talking about all of these things, but there are certain things that's happening in the background within a family, within a friends group.
Yeah.
And, like, for example, your uncle telling you that you have to get married before 23, or like, you know, yeah. So, when you've been told even that women need to know how to cook for sure and men shouldn't cry, so all of these are certain stereotypes that exist within the family. And the hardest part of breaking generational cycle is that you need to start being different, and then like you tend to like surpass a lot of family rules or like ideologies within the family. So can you tell us one such incident where you went against like literally everything, you know, everyone's ideology in your family to do something that is like right for you?
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's a really nice question. So I guess for me there are a lot of like, and I wouldn't say like I've done something major that was like completely against my family's beliefs, but rather like it's like an accumulation of a lot of small things I've done. For instance, I think the fact that we are going to be posting this video online is something that not a lot of my family members would be like okay with, because yeah, like coming back to like, you know, social media is still something that like a lot of people in my family don't get, and it's scary for them. I mean, it's scary for me to put myself out there, but it's also scary for them to see me put myself out there and, you know, just be so exposed and open to judgments and all of that. So yeah, I guess me deciding to like take up this passion project where I start talking about things that really matter to me and sharing stuff. I remember this one time I posted something about like, you know, mental health, and like one of my uncles just saw that post and he reached out to me and he's like, don't be talking about all of that, people are going to think like, you know, you're going through something and they're going to have these judgments. And but then like I feel the one thing that's kept me going in spite of all these judgments and everything that's been coming from my family side is the fact that I know that when I put out something, there's at least one person from my followers list who's gonna relate, and I think that's something that's been keeping me motivated and has kept me going. Because you know, like I think the reels that we've done together, the podcasts that we did together, like a lot of the feedback that I got, it just made me realize that I'm not the only one who's going through that particular thing. I mean, we all have our own lives and our own issues, but more or less we are all along the same boat, and I think that relatability factor is what keeps me going in spite of all of that. And another thing is this is more of a mindset shift for me personally. I think you know, I think all these judgments that come from your family members, especially, or generally people who love you, it just comes from this place of fear and uncertainty. Like they don't know, like it's not, there's no like proven a method. Like I mean, you being a doctor is something which is considered an accomplishment because people have seen other people be doctors in the past and achieve greatness. And so like when you see such instances with like, you know, proven case studies, it just gives them a sense of assurance and all of that. But then when I talk about things, doing things that none of my family members have done before, I'm trying to do something unique, there's this level of uncertainty and fear. And I think that's where this whole idea of judgment, that's where it all comes from. And I think if you really invest your time and effort into it and you really work hard and you start seeing success, I mean, it can even be like 1% success, like getting like 100 views on a video or getting like 2 comments where people are like, oh my god, I found this video very useful. I think small successes like that would stand like a testimonial for what you're doing. And I think over time, when you actually start seeing success in whatever you are doing, your family members will come around and they'll start being more supportive.